Hey everybody, welcome back. Yes, this is now episode 17 of the original series, or TOS, Star Trek Enterprise Bridge. Not too shabby of a week. I go through a lot this week. I started doing some paints, and then I kind of bounced a little bit, but the big thing that I did this week is, you know, the monitor borders, the monitor screen borders on the stations. I show what I did to help fix all the little, when I was trying to clean it out, to get that open space, and, you know, with the sander and all that, I kept dinging the monitor ends, or the monitor borders. So I'm going to show you what I did to take care of that. Also got more paint down on the crew, and yeah, just a lot of fixing on the stations, trying to take care of, get some more stuff down. But yes, there is paint on the stations again. You'll see the color I went with where the monitor screens go. During the week, I tried to paint a lighter color to accent the border, and the color I chose before, I messed up with the wrong color. And yeah, that's what started me going, okay, I'm going to get this fixed. So that's what I did. I took care of the monitor boards, and getting the crew going. And yeah, so not too shabby a week. But it has been very cold up here, you know, up in North Dakota. I mean, it's just, it hasn't been this cold in quite a few years. So if you're in North Dakota, Montana, South Dakota, Wyoming, Minnesota, guys, please stay in and stay warm. It is, right now I think we got a wind chill of like -45, something like that, 50. It's cold. Even Gabriella won't stay out very long, which is good. So with that, if you guys are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. You click on the bell, and every time I upload a video, you will know. Again, thank you to all my subscribers. I'm going to say thank you guys every week. I really appreciate it, and it fills my heart with a lot of warmth. I really want to thank you guys. But if you are new to my channel and you're going back to videos, and you see something in an old video or something in this video that I didn't go into detail enough, please email me. And if you have a question about a build you're doing, or electronics, or you need to bounce some ideas, or you're at a point where you're ready just to throw the dang thing in the trash, email me at bucktimore@gmail.com, and, you know, let's see if we can't get that, if I can't answer the questions on my build videos, or help you get through that. This thing's, you know, again, please email me at bucktimore@gmail.com. Also, in the comment sections, hey Buck, good job. Buck, it's your build, okay, it works. Not what I've done, but it works. And then the dreaded, seriously, Buck? Seriously. Put those in the comments, and guys, I respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, let's get to the bridge. Good morning, and yes, back at the bench and on the Enterprise. What I'm doing right now is I remember what I painted the screen mounts with, and it's my light gray. It comes out bluish, so I really like that color. It matched with the original set to my eye. So I've got it all loaded up, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray nice and even. And I don't expect to get them all covered up in just one hit. Never try to get your painting all done in one hit. So yeah, yay! So hey, look, more paint going down. A lot more to do, but you know, need to get some paint going. So again, like I said, I just kind of start. Like I said, I'm not trying to get everything painted all at once. Like I said, that's a bad idea. So make sure my tape stays down. And here we go. There's that one. And always, guys, make sure your masking stays down, because sometimes it doesn't want to. So. And just like that, guys, I'll do one more, and then I won't make you guys watch me paint anymore. Alright, Well, I'm gonna get these guys worked on, and when they get dry, we'll unmask them so you can actually see how that color affects. So yeah, so I will return. Okay, these are dried enough that I can remove the mask safely, so let's try that. Now this tape really sometimes just doesn't want to stick, and then when I'm trying to remove it, it decides it wants to play. So, there we go. Not too shabby. Might have to... Now this is Spock Station. I haven't got everything all the way painted on the top yet. I just wanted to get those guys done because it'll be easier. And again, when you're removing masks after you paint, be very gentle. You don't... And what I'm saying by that is, one, you don't want to mess up what you just painted, and you gotta let it dry enough so that you can peel it up safely. It's not going to be completely dry, but when you go to remove masks, you want to make sure, because sometimes when you're trying to get that mask off, you'll pull the paint, or you're in such a rush that you go and get it taken care of, and then you mess up the paint. So not shabby, eh? I really do like that. Not bad. I might kind of looking, I'm trying to decide. Now, another light gray, because it's kind of bluish. I might have to change the inside gray because it's blending too much. It's not popping as it should. So I might have to take a look at that. But I do remember using the light gray. That's okay. Yeah, no, it is what it is. So, alright, I'm going to get the rest of the masks off, let them get good and dry, and then go from there, guys. So, I shall return. Alright. Good morning, everyone. Back at the bench, and it is a very cold morning here in Minot, North Dakota. And this is going to go until... It's already been below zero for the last 3 days. The wind's calmed down a little bit today, but it's still blowing. It's going to just keep getting colder. And like I said, it's going to be in the negatives till what they say next Thursday, but come on, we know the weather. So I am definitely, the only time I go out right now is I take Gabrielle out, and it's for, she's quick. She's like, no, Dad, it's too dang cold. Excuse me. So yesterday I started fine sanding these areas and getting them down more even. I also went and tested, I'm going to go with light blue. The light gray is bluish, but I think what I'm going to do is take the light gray and go into here with it and repaint these, because as you could tell, let me see if I can find one that I did, because I painted them all, but you can see that is not popping like it should. It's blending too much into that color, so that's what I'm going to do. But also what I'm doing right now before that is I'm trying to clean up all the edges so you can actually see that they're there, the edges, and just fine-tuning inside. So like I said, I got my Cadram, and I've got a lot of lovely little sanding pads. I mean, let me show you real quick if you guys haven't seen. There's a lot in here that you can do a lot of things with, and as you can see, I've pretty much used every one of them. I love this thing. I really do. It's amazing. So, like I said, basically all I'm doing is I'm taking this one. I've got it turned down relatively slow, and then I just take and I'm going along. Let's see if I can try to zoom this in. I'm not going to make it too long, guys, because I got to really focus. But basically all I'm doing is I'm trying to clean out the corner edges, get them a little bit more rounded, make sure I get that gunk out of there from the putty and all that. And that's basically all I'm doing there, guys. And then also I am taking it and running it over the panel like so I can create that edge. Let me show you, like so. Let me get it up in camera. Just to harden them out a little more because I've done a lot of sanding. And like I said, it gets a little tricky because I keep bumping it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And once that's all done, I am going to first repaint the inside and get that done. Then I'm going to leave that and then just cut out this part of the frame so I can do that. And I will definitely turn the, you guys see me mask, so I'll share with you, but first things first, I want to get these even more cleaned up, because hopefully this is coming close, because I need to start working on other parts of the bridge, like down in here, and getting things cleaned up and ready to go. Because once I do that, I want to get this, I'm going to mask this off and get this sealed with my clear coat, and then and get this sealed with my clear coat, and go from there, because I want to get this all sanded, get all the bumps and oogies off, as you can see, and I'll share that with you. So alright guys, well, I'm going to get back at it, and I will return. Alright, change of starting out with. As you guys know, when I was cutting these out, I definitely made some dings, and I need to get those repaired, and I've tried it once already, and that didn't work. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Bondo, I've got some painter's tape on the back, and I'm just getting it in there, and I'm going to let it dry, really good and dry, and then I can reshape and fix that. That's basically what I'm doing, as you guys can see. And I thought I'd share with you the process I'm going about doing it. It might not be the best way, but yeah, what the heck. So I take my Bondo, and that's why I have a lot of Bondo now, and I'm just going to take a bit, and basically all I'm doing right at this point is I'm looking for, I'm just basically putting it and laying it in here, kind of like so, and then I'm just going to flatten the top and make sure that stays, and then have my Q-tip to get any of that. And yes, there is a bit to it, but I think what this is going to help do is, once this gets good and dry, it's going to give me a little bit more to work with as far as getting those cleaned up. And basically that's it, guys. So I'm going to go and get a little bit more, and then I just simply, again, I just go to an area, and with anything, look, I just push it in right there. I make sure it gets good and in there, and then I will take my tool and I will run it flat like so, and then I'll come over here and try to take whatever little bit I got left on there, see if I have to grab some more, which I will. But, and again, all I'm doing is I'm just pushing it in there. I want to make sure it gets good and in there, just like so. And now I will just let it sit and dry. And yes, the tape, the tape's going to bounce it a little bit, so be careful. If you need to, go back and clean. Don't worry about cleaning up too much right now. Let it all get dry, because you can go and clean that up in a little bit. Now, as you can see on some of the other spots, that's really good. I don't have to do any repair, so I'm just taking the little spots that I need to repair and do that. Alright, let me zoom this in real quick, see if I can get you a better show of that. Get the stations out of the way, and again, take my Bondo, and I try not to take too much at first, or a lot at one time, because it can get rather messy. So again, all I do is I'm just bringing it into the side there, and I'm pushing it in there, and I'm moving it along. Now you want to make sure you get it good and in there, because if there's an air bubble or anything, you're going to find out about it and you go, crap. So, and again, I'll just take this and I'll just go down and brush. And once it gets dry, I'm going to be very careful to remove it, which you guys will see, because I want to show that to you too. I'm going to test it out on a couple part first. But then again, all I do is I just come in here and I want to get that, make sure it gets good and up there, so I can get that new so I have something better to work with. And as you could tell, I attempted the first times, I just put a lot in there, and oh no, I can do this easier. And so basically that's what it is, guys. I'm just going in here and I'm just cleaning it up, adding some in, and I'm not doing a real big cleanup because I want more to work with. When I go to resand these guys, I definitely want more to work with. But again, I'm just going to push it in and make sure I get it up there. And then if I need to, I can clean out a bit and bring it over to the next spot. And just basically, sorry guys, I got out of the camera, I'm sorry. And again, just I take what I can out of certain part, and I just go again. So now get the last part of it done here, and again, like I said, sometimes it'll push in there, sometimes it won't. And then like I said, I want to make sure I got a good base there to work with. And so if I need to, I'm definitely going to add more in, because I want it to have a good, substantial, I want to have enough to work with. So, and again, just doing some cleaning. Okay. Okay, and that is that. So now I just let it dry. Alright guys, well I'm finished getting these done so they can get dry. And I know I promised paint, so there will be paint. I just don't know if it's going to happen today yet or not. We'll see how this goes. And remember that other thing I talked about, making sure you peel your mask off very well. Well, as you can see, I got in a little bit of a hurry, or if not, some of this is a primer I use that I'm still learning to work with, and that's the Vallejo Surface Primer. And I let it dry the 24 hours, and then I painted it with the other coat, and yeah, this happened. So it is what it is. But, alright, I'm going to get back at it, guys. Okay, now that I've gotten the putty, the Bondo in, and it's dried for a minute, what I'm doing is I'm easily and very carefully removing the tape, like so, and make sure I stay in camera. Again, do it very, very easy. And then with this being at that getting to a drier point, what I'm doing now is I'm taking my tool and I am just pushing it in a little bit better. So I definitely, have all those parts put in, or that I want to fix, and I won't have so much to worry about. But what this is also going to do, now that I've opened the back up, is it's going to dry even a little bit quicker. But again, all I'm doing is I'm just patting it in, pushing it, patting it, whatever, to help that get dry. And I'll do one more. And again, gingerly, by gingerly I mean very, very easy, I'm going to pull the tape. I'm going to pull some of that Bondo with it, like so, and get it off my finger. And then I come back in with my tool and I'm just pressing in there, like so. Give it a bit more of the structure, not pressing it in too hard because I need to have room to, to sand. But just like that, just pressing it in to build that lip. And then like so. And yes, you're going to have a lot on the backside. I'm not too worried about that. I want that can get dry and be done. And if you need to, you can. You push too much or put too much seam, you can go to the tape if you haven't thrown it away like I usually do, and get it to add a little bit more if you need to. So, alright guys, well, that's that. Oh, let me show you one more. So we're all good. I think I've shown you. I don't know. I think I showed you two. But let's just do it. This is the last one. Again, I just pull my tape very, very carefully and make sure it lands on there. So I have Bondo on my bench. And then with my tool, I just come in here and I press it up, or press it down, so it gets all those areas that I needed to get fixed up. And just like that, just make sure it gets a little bit pressed. So, yay! Alright, well, now it gets to dry, so I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, it's pretty good and dry, so I thought, what the heck, let's get started. So, I'm going to do one that's not got a lot on it. So I have two bits on. I got a bigger one and the smaller one. Now, what I'm doing with the bigger one is I'm just going on the back side and sanding off. Change there. There we go. What I'm doing is just sanding down the back side where the Bondo came through. And first, but I'll do that a bit more. So now comes the other fun part. So now, take my bigger one off because I want this smaller one. It'll help me get more even and easier to hold the weight. So basically all I do is I am just trying to take it down to where it looks really, really even at that point. And just keep doing that. And then yes, you know, I'll have to take care of that. And then, oh yes, that. But, sorry. Another thing you can do too, if you know, sanding can sometimes, when this dries, it takes a bit. I'll take my X-Acto and I'll just start getting that picked off there, so there's none of that extra little bit hanging. And then I also, as I'm sanding, I also come onto the back side and run a few passes with this, because with the way this they molded it, even though it looks like you're hitting it all the way, you need to work both sides to make sure it's going down pretty good and even. Or at least that's what I try to do. And then, like I said, I'm just kind of eyeballing it for now. But I am trying to use like the bigger pieces here, the full size pieces, as my measure. Especially when I come to do, you know, like here in the corner where I took too much out with the drill bit. And as you also see, I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm letting the sander do what it needs to do. And then I have, you know, my brush. And I'll come up here and I'll sand that, you know, that top part a little, sorry. I'll sand the top part down a little bit more. And move that. And then, like I said, I'm just using my eyes. I'm trying to see the high and low spots on it so I can take that down and try to keep it as even as I can and as slow as I can. Sorry guys. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, is I'm just going very slowly and very methodically and very trying not to go, oh dang it, system. So as I get these finished up, once I get them finished up, I will definitely turn the camera back on and share with you. I might let the camera run a few minutes just so I'm still thinking about it, so you can see a time lapse of it. So let me think on it, but I'm gonna get back to work, so I will return. Okay, been doing this a little bit, and sorry, excuse me, cleared my throat. Sorry about that. I've been doing this for a little bit, and one thing I figured out while I'm doing it is the one thing I was really good at was keeping the corners. So now what I'm doing right now with my drill is I'm going in and cleaning those corners pretty decently. Let's see if I can share that with you. As long as my hand's in the way. Alright, let's try that. So again, my cadmium is really low, and like I said, I gotta hold this a certain way, but I make sure, like I said, it's on low, and I keep dusting, and like I said, I keep turning because I want to make sure I'm getting all the right parts. And as it gets to that point right here, just like the other side, you see how it's starting to come in. Now what that's going to help me do now is I was playing around and trying to make sure the match of the thickness. So instead of using now my cadmium, I'm going back to my stick sander, and I'm just lightly, very so lightly, just taking the Bondo down to where it hits the top lip of that, you know, right there. So that's my mark. So that's what I'm doing, and it's going to be a process for a bit, but I figured that out now. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Let me see if I can share one I got. This one is pretty well done, and that's what I did. Is I went and rounded out, made sure I got the corners cleared, and then I went back in with my stick sander, and it smoothed it out, and it just made it look awesome. So that's where I'm at, guys. So I wanted to share that, and like I said, I was just kind of figuring it out. So okay, I'm gonna get back at it, so I'll return soon. Good morning. Yes, and I spent just a little bit this morning excuse me, sorry about that, finishing up the sanding on this. But look at that, guys. You remember how these were all just, some of these are so gouged out from me trying to clean them. Now look at them. Yay! Alright, that worked really, really well. So now going to do a final coat of primer so I can see and make sure all that I got that as clean as I could. So yay. So I'm really happy with that. That worked out really, really well. And once I do that primer, I can see if I need to just do a bit more sanding or not. But hey, but this will be the last primer coat. Trust me on that. I am done primering, and I think these guys are pretty well there. So that's what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to go into my heated space, my vent room, and get a coat of primer on these guys. And so when I get back, we'll see what's next. Okay, while I'm waiting on the station's primer to dry again, I'm deciding to do the yellow tunics, Captain Kirk's, Sulu, and Chekhov's uniform tunic. So what I did, I've just gone by my own eye. I used some Vallejo dark yellow. Then I mixed a little bit in of T.B.I XF2 flat white, and just a couple of drops of T.B.I X12 the gold leaf, just to help brighten it up, as you can see. And I've already got one going. So I'm making a mess like I always do. I just dumped a whole bunch of paint, but that's okay. It is what it is. So again, when you're painting, don't try to paint it all at once. Just try to go ahead and get a part of it topping, or just light, so it will it'll go in better. Because I know I talk about this all the time, but if you try to paint it all in one go, you are going to make pool problems and runs, and yeah. So just like I said, just go slow. If it needs a lot of passes, take a lot of passes. So, and just like that, I'm just hold on a second. That is not being nice to me right there. I can repaint the pants black. It's easier with doing it. It's easier to brush black than it is sometimes to try and tape everything off and try to rebrush yet again. So tape's removed. There we go. Now we're getting some color in there. Okay, I'm going to let him try it. There we go. I'm going to set him right over here, as you can see, and let that dry for a good second. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the rest of this tape because it ain't doing a dang thing right now, really, except hindering me from being able to get it that tunic fully good and painted. So, like I said, it's easier to redo flat black than it is trying to hand brush the yellow, because that just, yeah, that's not going to look good because it's going to be brush strokes and streaks and all that. So, again, I am just, and like I said, my airbrush is away because I don't want to try to put too much paint on. And there we go. So just trying to play around with it, but yeah, so there we go. So now I'm getting the, you know, Mr. Sulu, Mr. Chekhov, and Captain Kirk's uniforms painted up. Then I got to do Scotty and Lieutenant Uhura's. And yeah, oh, the other thing that I don't know if I showed you guys, because I used that, I tried to do pre-shading. So I went back, and this actually looks really good with that pre-shading, and now I can just darken in the hair and do that. And I still got to come up with the color for Lieutenant Uhura, because I want to make sure that she is well honored, like she should be. So with that, guys, I'm going to get back to it, and when I get more to show, I'll turn the camera back on, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, well, primer's pretty well dry, or getting very, very close, but just on top, I'm looking at this, and I'm just, wow, what I did actually worked really well. So, let me see if I can, and you remember these big ones, I had a lot of dings in them. But yeah, that worked out great. Now, Mr. Spock's station looks really good. Not bad. I mean, these all came out really, really well. I mean, just a little bit of touch-up, but not very much. So that makes me happy, 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 happy. So yeah. So got a little bit of a little bit cleanup to do, but not very much. And like I said, this is the last round of primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep letting it dry, just let it get set up more. I'm going to go have lunch here in a bit, and when I come back from lunch, I may be able to start putting some paint down. Just kind of looking. So, yay! Alright, I'm very happy with that. So, I'm going to get back at it, guys. Alright, getting on to Lieutenant Uhura's and Scotty's uniform, and now I'm hand brushing, because I think it's going to work better. I was going to mask, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? Nope. So I'm hand brushing the red, and just like when I'm using an airbrush, I'm not going to try to do it all in just one coat. I want to get it on there, and I'll show you because I've already started Mr. Scott. As you can see, I'm not trying to coat it all in one time. I take my brush, and basically, I mean, yeah, it looks like it, but once I start brushing, and I start spreading the paint out, I'm starting to get it thinned down so I can take care of those little bitty brush marks. And for some reason, it's easier with the red. I don't know why. I don't see a lot of brush marks when I do the red. It's a great color, so, I mean, yeah. But, yeah, so. And then, like I said, I'm just playing with it, just like so. And I'm probably definitely going to brush these at least once more. We'll see after I make the second pass how they look. Because like you see that red right there, how it's kind of pulled up. So now what I want to do is I just want to blend it. I just want to start getting it blended in. And I'm not pushing real hard there. I'm not pulling real far down. I just, like I said, I want to get it in there. And then get the sleeves. Now, if you're doing the hand painting and that, you can, if you're uncomfortable or, you know, just trying to get into it, mask off the hands. If you want to save it, because red is the one color that is so hard to put another color on top. I mean, it is just right there. And like with Captain Kirk and Lieutenants, or, you know, Mr. Sulu and Mr. Chekhov, with theirs, I can blend that with their hands easier. I mean, the yellow and the combination I use is going to be easy to put that back in. But with red, no, red is one of those that can be really unforgiving. If you make a mistake, 9 times out of 10, when I make a mistake with red, I have to repaint the whole entire thing, because the only way to make sure the red's not going to show up is black. You're gonna have to, you know, go black, you know, paint it flat black, or, you know, just start all over again, clean it, get it cleaned up, get it reprimed, and go again. I know it's kind of like, seriously? Yep. So, okay, that now is done. Oop, missed a spot, just a little one. That is now done, and I'm gonna let these guys sit here and dry while I go eat some lunch. But yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, try to see how much I can get done with the figures today. See if I can do any more with the bridge, the console stations, because they're still, you know, I've done a little cleanup, but I'm gonna let that primer get good and set before I do anything else. So with that, guys, I'm going to go have some lunch. I'm going to clean my brush first, then I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'll be back. Alright, guys, well, let's get some paint down. I am using my T.B.I XF68, which is light gray, but it comes off more bluish, and not as blue, but it comes off really good. So, like I said again, just don't try to get it all done at once. Put a little bit of paint down, you know, and there we go. Just like that, guys. Oh, and before I get too much further in the painting, I want to share what else I got done. I have got, so far, I'm getting uniforms for Lieutenant Uhura and Scotty pretty well done. I did get the neckline in there done. I still have to do the other parts. But here, let's just see these guys. And yes, I went and hand brushed and repainted the pants with the hand brush, but yeah, that's not looking too shabby, is it, guys? So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last hour or so, or I don't know. But get that done and get these guys painted up, and let's see what else I get done for today. So I'm gonna get back at it. I'll see you soon. Alright, everyone, well, this is where I'm going to end it for this week. And yes, that is light gray, like I said. So there I have masked them. And let's you look at those. Happy because I got the monitor borders fixed. Still got some little things to take care of. Sorry, didn't mean to move so fast. But yes, the stations are really coming together. And then decided, you know, needed to get some more paint down. So about 85% done on the crew. So yeah, fun. Not too bad a week, not too bad a week. So with that, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. If you're up here in the north, North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, you know, all that, Wyoming, stay warm, guys. Right now it is cold, so stay warm and stay safe. So have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great work week next week, and I'll see you guys all back here on the bench.